Stay still, just for a moment. Do you feel that? That heavy, dense vibration that used to pull at your chest every time you woke up? That frantic, desperate need to find an answer, to seek a sign, to ask the universe, why me? And when is it my turn? It's gone. Or at the very least, it is fading into a distant echo. You are entering a season that many will mistake for laziness, and some will mistake for depression, but you know exactly what it is. You are finally, for the first time in your life, resting in the authority of your own spirit. You are not searching like you used to. For years, you were the seeker. You were the one staying up until 3 a.m., scrolling through videos, reading ancient texts, looking for the one secret key that would unlock the prison cell of your life. You felt like a ghost haunting your own existence, always peering through the glass at other people's joy, wondering what frequency they were tuned into that you couldn't quite catch. You were frantic. You were exhausted. You were hunting for a God that you thought was hiding from you. But look at you now. There is a quietness in your marrow that wasn't there 6 months ago. There is a silence in your room that no longer feels lonely. It feels like a shield. You've noticed the physical shift, haven't you? The way your body refuses to participate in the chaos anymore. Perhaps you've had these strange headaches lately. Not the sharp pain of stress, but a dull, rhythmic pressure at the base of your skull or right between your eyes. It's the sensation of your internal antenna being recalibrated. You find yourself sitting in your car for 20 minutes after you've arrived at your destination, not because you're tired, but because the silence inside that car feels more real than the world outside the window. You are no longer hungry for the noise. You are no longer hungry for the validation of people who never truly saw you anyway. Think about how you used to react when someone misunderstood you. You would spend hours rehearsing an argument in your head, trying to prove your worth, trying to explain your heart to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. But now, when they throw their stones, when they whisper your name in rooms you've outgrown, you just breathe. You don't feel the need to chase them down. You don't feel the need to search for a way to fix the relationship. You have realized that their chaos is not your assignment. This new lack of searching is your highest form of spiritual warfare. You used to search for the one, or the job, or the purpose. Now you are realizing that you are the destination. The stillness you are experiencing is the eye of the storm. While the world around you is screaming, while the economy is shaking, and while the people in your life are spiraling into their own unhealed shadows, you are standing still. It's a terrifying place for the ego, isn't it? The ego tells you that if you aren't searching, you aren't growing. The ego tells you that if you aren't worried, you aren't paying attention. But the spirit knows better. The spirit knows that the hunt is over because the prey has been caught. You have finally caught up to yourself. You are trusting the stillness because you finally realize that every time you chased something, it ran away. But every time you sat in your power, the right things began to gravitate toward you like moths to a divine flame. You aren't searching for the light anymore because you've recognized that you are the source of the frequency. This silence is your coronation. Why has this happened? Why has the frantic fire inside you suddenly turned into a cool, steady ember? You must understand that this shift is not accidental. It is a calculated divine intervention. The reason you are no longer searching is that your soul has reached a critical state of spiritual fullness. In the realms of the unseen, you have graduated. You have spent lifetimes, and certainly years of this current life, gathering the fragments of your power that you scattered across the world. Every time you sought external validation, you left a piece of your soul behind. Every time you begged a narcissist to love you or worked a job that crushed your spirit just to survive, you were leaking light. But the universe has placed a seal upon you. The leak has stopped. The spiritual cause of this stillness is the activation of the law of divine neutrality. You have reached a vibration where you are no longer a match for the search and rescue cycles of the matrix. You see, the system of this world, the energetic grid that feeds off human emotion, thrives on your searching. When you search, you are in a state of lack. You are sending out a frequency that says, I do not have, therefore I must find. This frequency is like blood in the water for lower astral entities and parasitic individuals. It gives them a hook to pull on. But by trusting the stillness, you have removed the hook. You have become untrackable to the enemy. They are looking for the old, desperate version of you, but that person no longer exists. You are being prepared for a massive download of power, and you cannot receive a diamond if your hands are busy clutching at pebbles. The stillness is a mandatory period of emptying. Think of your spirit as a vessel. For years, that vessel was filled with the noise of other people's expectations, the trauma of your ancestors, and the frantic survival codes of the 3D world. God, the universe, the source, whatever name your heart knows as truth, is currently pouring out the old wine to make room for the new. If you were still searching, still busy, still running, the vessel would be too turbulent to hold the new frequency. This is a divine Sabbath of the soul. You might feel as though your gifts have gone quiet. Perhaps you don't feel the psychic hits as sharply, or your dreams have become silent and heavy. Do not be afraid. This is the silence in heaven mentioned in ancient prophecy. It is the moment before the lightning strikes. Your spiritual guides and your ancestors have stepped back intentionally. They haven't abandoned you. They are standing in a circle around you, holding a perimeter of protection so that you can integrate your own light. You are being moved from the role of a channeler, someone who brings light in from the outside, to a generator, someone who creates light from within. The cause of your isolation and your newfound quiet is a literal shift in your DNA. You are moving from a carbon-based existence to a crystalline consciousness. This transition requires immense amounts of energy, which is why your soul has commanded your mind to stop searching. It is diverting all your resources to the internal alchemy happening in your cells. You are under a divine no-fly zone. Nothing is allowed to disturb you because you are in the middle of a holy metamorphosis. You aren't searching because there is nothing left to find out there. The kingdom has finally localized within you. You have broken the cycle of the hungry ghost. In spiritual traditions, the hungry ghost is a being with a tiny neck and a massive stomach. It can never swallow enough to satisfy its hunger. That was you when you were searching for signs and wonders every day. But the cause of this current peace is that your spiritual neck has opened. You are finally able to swallow the truth of your own divinity. You are trusting the stillness because you have realized that the Creator does not live in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire, but in the still, small voice that only speaks when the searching stops. You are finally quiet enough to hear your own instructions. Do you see how they are looking at you lately? There is a look of genuine confusion, and beneath that, a growing flicker of fear. The people who used to benefit from your chaos, the narcissists who thrived on your emotional reactions, and the matrix agents who populate your daily life, they are absolutely terrified of your stillness. They are used to a version of you that was easily provoked. They are used to the version of you that would jump when they pulled the string of guilt, shame, or fear. But now when they pull that string, nothing happens. You are silent, you are still. And to a predator, there is nothing more frightening than a prey that has stopped running and started watching. The enemy's reaction to your transition is one of desperate escalation. Have you noticed that as you've become quieter, the people around you have become louder? This is not a coincidence. It is a spiritual law. When a chosen one stops searching for external validation, the vampires in their life begin to starve. They are trying to poke the bear. They are bringing up old grievances, sending checked-in texts that feel like energetic hooks, or projecting their own insecurities onto you with more aggression than usual. They are trying to find the frequency that will break your peace. They want you back in the mud with them, because as long as you are searching and struggling, you are manageable. A still chosen one is unmanageable. In the spiritual realm, your stillness looks like a blinding white light. To the entities that feed off lower vibrations, your lack of reaction is a literal famine. They are reacting with a scorched earth policy. You might see people leaving your life in waves. You might see family members turning against you for no apparent reason, claiming that you've changed or that you're acting superior. What they are actually sensing is your detachment. They are scared because they can no longer find a handle on your soul. You have become slippery. You have become a mirror. When they look at you now, they don't see the person they can manipulate. They see their own darkness reflected back at them by your silence. This is why they are angry. This is why they are calling you cold. The matrix itself is reacting to your shift by trying to distract you. Notice how, as soon as you decided to trust the stillness, the world around you became more frantic, more emergencies appearing at work, more global chaos on the news, more urgent demands on your time. This is a distraction technique. The system is trying to lure you back into the search mode. It wants you to search for safety, to search for news, to search for a way to fix a broken world. But you see through the illusion. You realize that your stillness is actually the most subversive thing you can do. By refusing to participate in the collective panic, you are literally breaking the code of the simulation. Your power over them is now absolute, and they know it. A person who wants nothing from the world cannot be controlled by the world. A person who is not searching for love, money, or fame because they have found the source within is the ultimate threat to the status quo. The enemy is reacting by trying to make you feel guilty for your peace. They will tell you that you are selfish for not being as stressed as they are. They will tell you that your stillness is just you avoiding reality. But you know the truth. Your stillness is the only reality that matters. The narcissists in your life are currently having meetings about you, whether in the physical or the spiritual. They are whispering, what happened to them? Why don't they care anymore? They are testing your boundaries with renewed vigor, but stay in your center. Watch their antics like you are watching a movie in a language you no longer speak. Their screams are just noise. Your silence is a weapon. By not searching for their approval, you have stripped them of their crown. You have reclaimed your throne, and you didn't even have to say a word to do it. The truth that the world hides from you is this. Your stillness is not a void, it is a density. In the spiritual mechanics of the universe, there is a law known as the law of displacement. To receive the all, you must first become nothing. For the majority of your life, you were taught that to be spiritual was to be active, to pray louder, to manifest harder, to visualize until your head ached. But the deep prophecy for the chosen one in this specific hour is the way of the 0 point. You are being pulled into the center of the wheel where there is no motion, even as the rim spins at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Let us look at the theological reality of your position. In ancient scriptures, it is written that God was not in the wind, or the earthquake, or the fire, but in the still, small voice. The Hebrew translation of that voice is more accurately described as a fragile silence, or the sound of thin silence. This is the truth you are now inhabiting. You are no longer searching because you have reached the frequency of the Creator, which does not need to search for anything because it already is everything. By trusting the stillness, you are practicing the most advanced form of imago Dei, the image of God. You are standing in the I am consciousness. When you are in I am, there is no I want, because want implies a distance between you and your destiny. The matrix is a search engine. It is a feedback loop designed to keep you in a state of perpetual seeking so that you never find. If you find, you become dangerous. If you find, you become a sovereign. The truth that the elites and the dark hierarchies of this world fear is that a single human being, fully grounded in their own stillness, can destabilize an entire geographical region's energetic grid. Your peace is literally jamming the signals of fear that the enemy is trying to broadcast. You are a walking dead zone for the frequency of the narcissist and the parasite. This is why your life feels so quiet. You have effectively moved your soul into a higher dimension while your body still walks the earth. You are currently undergoing a process of divine crystallization. Think of how a diamond is formed. It is not formed by searching. It is formed by staying in one place and enduring the pressure until the molecular structure changes. You have endured the pressure of betrayal, the heat of isolation, and the weight of being the black sheep. Now the universe is saying, stop moving. If the diamond moves during the process, the structure cracks. Your stillness is the final stage of your hardening into something unbreakable. The truth is that you are being tempered. Consider the hermetic principle of rhythm. Everything flows, out and in. All things rise and fall. You have spent decades in the outflow, giving, seeking, searching, helping, bleeding for others. Now the pendulum has swung to the inflow. This is the season of the great inhale. If you try to force yourself to search, to work, or to socialize like you used to, you are fighting the rhythm of the cosmos itself. You are not stuck. You are in the Selah of your life's psalm. This is a holy pause. The prophecy over your life indicates that the next move will not be made by you, but through you. You are becoming a vessel so still that the divine can finally pour the liquid gold of your true mission into you without spilling a drop. You must accept the metaphysical reality that your searching was actually a form of resistance. As long as you were searching, you were telling the universe that you didn't trust it to deliver. Now, by sitting in the stillness, you are displaying the ultimate flex of faith. You are saying, I know who I am, and I know who sent me. I don't need to chase the sun. I know it will rise. This is the truth that sets you free from the hamster wheel of the 3D world. You have exited the labyrinth by simply stopping and realizing the walls were an illusion. So, what do you do now that the search has ended? You must master the art of holy indifference. When the world tries to pull you back into the frantic pace of the collective, you simply smile and remain rooted. Your practical step for this season is to protect your morning and your evening as if they were sacred borders. Do not allow the digital noise or the demands of others to breach your sanctuary before you have acknowledged the stillness within. Ground yourself by physically touching the earth, feeling the weight of your body, and recognizing that you are a mountain that cannot be moved by the passing winds of drama or lack. If people leave, let them go. If doors close, let them lock. You are no longer the one who knocks. You are the one who waits for the kingdom to manifest around you. When the impulse to fix or find arises, breathe into your belly and say to your soul, the hunt is over. I am found. Spend time in nature without an agenda. Sit in a room without a screen. Practice being unproductive in the eyes of the matrix. For in that space of non-doing, you are doing the greatest work of your lifetime. You are anchoring a frequency of peace that this world desperately needs. Now I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and prepare to seal this energy. This is your activation. Divine Source, creator of the stillness and the stars. I stand here with my brother, my sister, my fellow chosen one. We acknowledge that the season of the search is officially over. We repent for every time we doubted our own divinity and chased after the breadcrumbs of this world. Right now, we activate the seal of peace over this soul. We decree that every fragment of their energy that was lost in the search is now returning, purified, and multiplied. We speak to the cells of their body. Be still. We speak to the mind. Be quiet. We speak to the spirit. Arise. We bind the spirit of anxiety and the frequency of not enough. We command the hooks of the narcissist and the claws of the matrix to release their grip now. There is no longer a match for that vibration here. We claim the peace that surpasses all understanding. We seal this transition into the new earth frequency, where we do not labor for our blessings, but we attract them through our alignment. Let the stillness become a shield that no weapon formed against them can penetrate. Let the silence become a sword that cuts through the illusions of the enemy. I am still. I am whole. I am chosen. I am no longer looking for the light, for I have realized that the light is looking out through my own eyes. I trust the stillness because I trust the one who created the silence. It is done. It is sealed. It is so. If you felt this shift in your marrow today, if you are ready to stop searching and start being, I want you to claim it. Type "I trust the stillness" in the comments below. Let the universe hear your declaration. Subscribe to this frequency and join the remnant of those who are walking out of the noise and into their power. Your new life doesn't require your hustle, it requires your presence. Stay in the stillness. We will speak again soon.